Hey Ringside crew, welcome to the internationally known Dudes at Ringside podcast. And now here's your host, Joe Panther III.
Hello there, wrestling fans. Welcome to another episode of the internationally known Dudes at Ringside podcast. I am Joe Panther III. And again, thank you for all the new fans coming in watching this episode. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Today, I have a young lady that is absolutely blazing trail for herself on the independent wrestling scene in the UK. Let's give everybody a warm Dudes at Ringside welcome to Lara Quinn. Welcome, Lara. Welcome to Dudes at Ringside.
Thank you. It's nice to be on the podcast.
Awesome. So, if for my American fans, introduce yourself.
So, hi everyone. I'm Lara Quinn. I wrestle at Quality Wrestling Academy in the south of England. They're an amazing company. The coaches are so well trained. I'm 14 years old. I've been wrestling for about a year and a half, and I've loved every second of it. I've done a few shows, all been really good. I've been told that I do get so much better every time I do a show and so much more confident, because I remember my first show, I was so nervous. I was so scared to do it. And then I got in the ring and I was like, this isn't bad at all. Like, this is great.
Wow. Do you have any matches that you watched when you first decided or you wanted to do this that made you want to go to the training to Quality that you watched as when you were younger?
I remember when I started watching wrestling and I watched a video of SmackDown, and it was 2023, Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley, and I was just like, these girls are amazing at what they do. And I was so interested. So I asked my parents, was like, is there any wrestling schools near us? I found there was one about 10 minutes away, and the rest is history.
Oh, wow. Did it take you a while to find the Quality school?
Not really. We just looked for wrestling schools near me. There was Portsmouth School of Wrestling, Kapow, who my company works really close with. And then we found Quality, and we realised it was about 10 minutes away, and we were just like, oh, okay, we'll go there, we'll try it out.
Awesome. So, what has been the hardest part of being now a wrestler? Was it the training? Is it the time schedule? Because you're 14, so is it like, because you're dealing with school and with wrestling, is it harder? What do you find? What have you found so far on your young wrestling career to schedule with?
Scheduling it with school is really not that difficult. I do remember last year I had to drop out of our school production for drama because I've picked it for my GCSE. That's sort of your equivalent to the SATs. So I had to drop out of that because a lot of the rehearsals were on a Tuesday and a Thursday, which is when I wrestle. And I feel like I'm more committed to wrestling than I am to school. But now I have to be more committed to school because I'm in year 10 now. I've only got about 1.5 years left. So I have to really focus. And if there's any wrestling sessions that I miss, I've been told like that's 100% okay. We're still going to give you opportunities. Just focus on school.
Like with the training, like has there been like never like a bump in the road for you that you're like, oh man, now I'm like the next day after the training, like you feel like pains and you have to go to school? Like has ever been like that week for you?
Oh, 100%. A few months ago, I did a frog splash off of the ropes, and when I landed, my head jolted forward and it hurt for days. I just thought it was, sore like normal. My muscles have been working. And then it was hurting really bad at school. So I had to go to the school's doctor. They helped me out and they gave me some painkillers. The next day I could barely sit up. It hurt so bad. So my parents took me to the hospital and found out that I pulled my sternocleidomastoid. It's this muscle right here. And that did really hurt. But other than that, it's just normal, normally just being sore, having to deal with it. But I think it's worth it for what it is.
Wow. And also, like I'm as a fan and a podcaster, I took one bump and I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. But did you think you were gonna have to wear a neck brace for a few days?
I was worried about it. I thought, like, do I have to wear a neck brace around? Because don't really feel like wearing a neck brace. But no, I wasn't that worried. I just thought if it's what I have to do, it's what I have to do to get better. But yeah.
So how many with the shows you do equality? Do they have like a certain like time frame that they tell you, okay, you're going to be doing this match with this person and stuff like that for you guys?
Yeah, we normally start training and getting ideas for our matches about a month before the actual show, so we know what we're doing. There's no surprises in the matches. Everything's sorted out and fixed. So, and then they tell us what time, what show, because it's one full show, but there's 3 shows with intervals in between. And I'm normally on show 2 with the younger ones. Matches are normally about 5 or 6 minutes, all good. I've worked with some really great people, really good chemistry in the ring. So, yeah.
Awesome. Are there any young wrestlers that you've been watching on the scene now that you want to have in a match with you so far?
There's a few. So from Kapow, there's a wrestler called Ivy May. I have wrestled her before, but I would love to wrestle her again. She's amazing. 100% recommend having her on the podcast. She's such a good wrestler. Recently became a champion in the company. She's doing so well for how old she is. I think she's 17 and she's just doing amazing. And then there's Danny Blaze, who is only, I think, 12 years old, and he is amazing. He's so good. I've worked with him a few times, but I would love to have a singles match with him because he's incredible.
Like, I've asked this to other wrestlers and they gave me completely different answers. Like, for you, do you have to have your bag packed with like merch and everything the day before the show? Or do you feel that you could get it done that one day and not have to go crazy about it?
I feel like sometimes what I've done, I write down what has to be done on the day. So, and I have that in a safe place where I remember where it is so I can look at it on the day and be like, okay, I have to do this now, then this. And it's all, sometimes I had a show in March. That morning was just chaotic. I was stressed out, but it all worked out fine in the end. So sometimes I do freak out a little bit before a show and worry about all the things that have to be done, but that's just who I am. I do things last minute. So I am trying to fix that and start doing things maybe the day before or a few days before. But yeah.
Awesome. So where did you come up with this idea of Lara Quinn? Like, where did the name come from? Where did this character come from? Was it you? Was your coach something your coach sprinkled on and gave you an idea of?
So Lara, I've always really liked that name. And I just thought, like, obviously I'd never be able to have that name. And then I became a wrestler and I was like, I could change my name. And then Quinn was sort of a play on Harley Quinn because I think she's really cool. And my character is kind of inspired by her. And my character is supposed to be like crazy, unhinged, really mean. And yeah, so that's the story of the name. Kind of random, but it works.
Yeah. Has the outfit you worn to the ring always been the same, or did you have something in the beginning that you were like, nah, that doesn't fit?
So the first match I had, all my gears after that have been completely different. Like the first match I had this sort of zip-up skirt on with loads of buckles, this sort of tank shirt on, and it was just like, okay, this isn't for me. I do love that gear. I do want to bring it back, but I just thought I could try something different. And then after that, I started incorporating more red into my outfits because I originally wanted my character to be like purple and black. But this year I started to incorporate red into my outfits, and I found that red really suits my character. So most of my more recent shows with gear have been red inspired, red and black.
Awesome. when it comes to like training regimens and like food plans, do you have like a certain food plan that you eat? Like, what does the coach have you like, okay, we're going to train on this day, but then you have to like eat certain foods. So what are like some of the foods that you always try to like eat that that won't mess up your stomach on a training day?
So our coaches never tell us like what we can and can't eat, but they do say like always just make sure you are exercising and eating well so you can keep fit. And normally I just try and keep protein up, good amount of exercise in a week. Obviously it's difficult to get all those workouts in with school as well, but I feel like I do eat healthy. I have a good diet plan, food plan, good exercise regimen, but we never really get told what to eat. But I wouldn't recommend eating something that will probably make you not feel great at wrestling.
When it comes to like after the shows, do you always have to? Does your promotion travel a lot to do shows, or does it do it a lot at the training facility?
So our shows, my last 3 shows have been at the same place. But my first show was at a school, but the other 3 have been in a community centre, literally maybe a 20-second walk from our training place. But our next show, November 9th, is at another school, much bigger hall, because the seats at where we've been doing it recently are like, there's not much space. Everyone can fit in, but where we're doing it next is sort of like a stadium. It's like the seats go up in rows so everyone can see. So it's much easier for everyone to get in and be able to see everything. So yeah.
Awesome. So has it hit you yet that you're part of the young like push of the indies yet?
No, I still like don't really see myself as a wrestler. Because my coaches, I feel like this is the same for everyone. Your coaches always tell you like you're amazing, you're doing so well, you've gotten so much better, but I feel like it's really hard to see that in yourself as a wrestler, like improvement. But I know that I feel like I know I have improved so much, but it's different. I feel like it's the same for most wrestlers, even with all the opportunities people and myself are getting. I feel like it is difficult to see improvement in yourself and change no matter what your coaches tell you, but it's nice to hear that they see improvement in me. So yeah.
So what kind of wrestling style do you consider yourself?
A brawler, 100%. I really enjoy the sort of like ground and pound, just beating up my opponent. I was originally really would have wanted to be a high flyer, but I just felt like it wasn't for me when I first tried it. So yeah, I would say a brawler and like a striker.
Awesome. Is there any type of matches that you really have on your bingo card that you really want to do?
I'd really like to do a street fight, but I unfortunately can't do that until I'm 16, I think. But I think that would just be amazing to do.
When you get to that point, do you have any lists in your brain that what weapons you want to like equivalent to your arsenal?
There's a few that I've been thinking of. Definitely a steel chair. I feel like that's just classic wrestling weapon. I feel like if I ever brought the skirt on my first match back, there's a clip on it, and it takes one of the parts off, and I could use that as a whip.
Oh, gee.
I've always thought of that, and then I've thought of like a taser, but they probably wouldn't let me use that.
Unless it's a fake one like the Mounties did in the 90s. Like the fake one that see, there's an old wrestler called the Mountie. One of his wrestling weapons was a taser. He would zap the wrestlers.
and definitely like a baseball bat. I feel like as a brawler, hitting someone with something like that is just works so well.
Yeah. With your character being like a crazy character, do you ever think about starting like a stable, almost like a what's that group the guy from AEW had for a while that came back to WWE? I can't think of his name, like the Black Hole or whatever, something like that.
Definitely, I'd love to. There's two other girls in my wrestling class who, at the last show, we formed a group with the Toxic Dolls, and those girls are amazing. They're so good. I really do care for them. They're amazing. But we all have similar characters, and I feel like because of that, we all fit really well into a group and can do really good things together.
Oh, definitely. Maybe we could do it again. Maybe next year we could have all three of you on the podcast. That'd be so much fun.
It would be great. I've told them that I'm on the podcast, and they said like that's amazing. We can't wait to hear it. We're so proud of you, and that it's just
Tell him Joe Panther does hi, and let him know if you ladies want to come on with her, and we'll make it happen. We'll break the internet. No, we won't break the internet. We'll have fun with the internet.
yeah.
We'll deal with the bat lightly. We'll poke him in the eyes. It's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Internet's rough right now. After a show, do you have any like snacks that you like to eat, or after a match that you like to like nibble on?
Chocolate all the way. I feel like it's just it's rewarding for me. Just a favorite food of mine is chocolate.
Ooh.
So after a match, I feel like I really want some chocolate right now. So yeah.
When it comes to did you make your outfit, or did somebody make it for you, like a create, like someone they stitch it and stuff like that, or is it something you bought from like a consignment shop?
Most of it was bought online, but my jacket in the photo my dad made is amazing. We'll probably wear it to every show. But yeah, most of it's been bought from either online or real shops. But I think Romwe, which is amazing for wrestling clothes, some of their clothes are just so really detailed and intricate. And I think they're amazing.
Awesome. Do you think you would ever take a trip with your family to American Wrestle? Would you ever take a trip to the States? Do you think when you get old enough?
Yeah, definitely. I've always wanted to go to America. I haven't, but I'd love to. And to see wrestling 100%. I feel like that would make the trip so much better. So yeah, 100%.
Do you ever try to stay up late to watch Monday Night Raw or like the AEW stuff, or do you have to watch it the next day since you're in the UK?
I do watch it occasionally. I feel like I would watch SmackDown more, like live, more than I would watch Raw because I have school. But all the PLEs, I watch all of them live.
Yeah, I'm mad next year they're gonna be on ESPN in America. You guys will be on Netflix. Like, yep, we're good. We're fine. I'm like, no, I'm gonna come over. I'm gonna take a flight to your house just to watch every pay-per-view. That's expensive, Joe. I know. Before we go, if my fans want to pick up anything of yours, like 8x10 stickers, anything, do you have any of that stuff yet?
I do have some shirts, not enough to be sold yet, but one day they will 100% be on sale to buy.
Awesome. You said you have a show in November. Is anything in October?
No, October and the rest of this month we'll just be training for the match, seeing what we can do, putting matches together, but nothing in October, no.
Awesome. If any of my fans are in the UK around November when that show is happening, do you know how they could buy tickets?
You can find it on Quality Wrestling Academy website. I'm not sure how much prices are yet, but it shouldn't be too much. But yeah, I 100% recommend looking at their stuff. They're amazing, and going to one of their shows.
Awesome. Definitely tell your coaches about me. And when the poster comes out, tell them to collab with me. I would love to have it come on my Instagram wall so I can help you guys promote the show. It'd be kind of cool. Before we go, if there was any fans that wanted to get into the business, what kind of advice would you have for them?
Don't listen to people that tell you, like, that's weird, you shouldn't be doing that. Just, if you want to do something, do it, but make sure you stick to it, because if you really want to do that and improve, there's only one way to do that, and that is to keep going. Like, don't quit because it's too hard, or if you injure yourself once, just keep doing it when you're healed. Unless you aren't cleared to do it, don't do it. But yeah, just don't listen to any negativity. I would say don't take no for an answer as well, because if there's something you really want to do in a match that you think people will like, just say, like, I really want to do this. It doesn't have to be this match, maybe a match in the future. Just don't, yeah, that's my advice.
Oh, okay. I want to thank you so much for coming on the podcast, and I want to wish you nothing but the best of luck on your wrestling journey. Don't forget, everybody, don't forget to give her a follow on all of her social medias. Do you have anything but Instagram?
I don't. No.
Okay. Just where can they find you on Instagram, by the way?
My Instagram user is Lara Quinn _Q Wrestling. Make sure you follow it and check it out, because it's me, obviously.
It's awesome. Thank you so much, Laura. I'm Joe Panther III.
I'm Lara Quinn.
And we will catch you in the next one.
Bye. Thank you for having me.
No problem.